Well, hello, everybody. I got a few people already in the chat. We got Mike O, Mike B. We've got Betty. We've got Miss General. Just a few people hanging out with me on this random live stream because I thought, I wonder what time it is in the UK. And I know people are like, hey, can you do live streams when it's like a normal time in my area of the world? And I was like, yeah, I can do that, I think. With my schedule and your guys' schedule, sometimes that's just not possible. But I just found myself home alone on a Saturday afternoon, and I was like, I wonder what time it is in the UK. Might as well do a live stream at 9 p.m. their time. Why not? Elizabeth is in the chat. Kibber's here. A8N1. I don't know if that's like if I'm supposed to say it like that, whatever. It's 9 p.m. in the UK. Appreciate this, Jason. No problem, Miss General. Allie Nelson is in the house. I had nothing else to do, guys. I was bored. I was actually watching some like I'm in the spooky mood. It's spooky season, guys. So I've been meaning to sit down and watch some spooky stuff. I started watching 28 Days Haunted, I think it is, on Netflix, which is basically a show about three paranormal investigative teams that are put in three different haunted locations for 28 days by themselves. No breaks, no communication with the outside world, no uh, understanding of where they're at. So they don't have the history, all that kind of stuff. And they have to stay there for 28 days and investigate day and night. And I started watching it, and it was a little hard to get through. Not gonna lie. You guys would probably like it. If you guys are into the paranormal investigation stuff on YouTube, this very much has that feel to it. But as for me, it's really hard for me to watch other people do investigations, um, especially when it's an overproduced style, which is what this is, like a Ghost Adventures TV kind of like we got to make it spooky and scary every couple of minutes to keep people's attentions. Um, it's not really for me. I watch. It's actually a show, so there's episodes. I watched the first episode, started the second one, and then I was like, yeah, I just don't want to watch this anymore. Maybe I'll continue it. Some of the locations seem pretty interesting, but I can't. It's hard for me to do the overproduced stuff. And a lot of it, it's not me doubting whether or not they are truly investigating, whether or not they actually believe what they're going through, whether or not they're actually having experiences. But the overproduction of the show is going to put me off because there's music underneath everything. There's the editing. You can tell they're just kind of taking clips from here and there that maybe aren't actually clips from what's happening in that moment. If you've ever edited anything before, especially multi-camera stuff, maybe I'm going down in a rabbit hole of production type uh, mentality, but it's really, really hard for me to believe what's going on. Me personally, if you watch my investigations here on Cemetery Road, I basically give it to you pretty much unedited. I throw it out there from start to beginning, from start to end, and I don't really do any real editing because I want to take you guys on that adventure with me, and I want you to go on that adventure with me as it was, not in some overproduced, hyper edited version of events that could make you doubt what may have been experienced in that moment. That's how I personally like to do it. That's how I like to personally bring that stuff to you guys. Whether or not you're, hey, man, I don't mind the overproduced Hollywood esque type stuff, or I really like the simplistic nature of what you do, or I like both, or I hate both. I don't care. Like it's totally up to you. The good thing is we have a plethora of styles to choose from. Let me jump into the chat, see what you guys are thinking. Uh, Miss General says, "Same, Jason. I gave up with it. Yeah, I will probably watch the next episode, the second episode, just because I started it. But I probably won't watch the rest of the show." Kibber says, "So it's for entertainment only, Jason." Yeah, I would say it's more. It's created more for entertainment purposes than um, trying to maybe give you some sort of foothold on believing in what the paranormal stuff is. Elizabeth says that's how I feel for most episodic things. Finish the first ep, then I feel like I've seen enough. Yep, that can definitely happen. Uh, let's see what else. Betty says, whoop, "Love your investigations, Jason." Well, thank you, Betty. I like doing them, and I like bringing them to you guys. Right now, uh, we have the Waverly Hills episodes. I think I have one more Waverly Hills episode to do. Um, I think I have one more, and I think Weeping Willow Paranormal, Cassie and Ron, I think they have one more episode, and then we will be doing our Bobby Mackey's episodes, which I think we only each have maybe 1 to 2 episodes for Bobby Mackey's. It's a smaller location. There were extenuating circumstances when it came to our investigation that kind of derailed some stuff. You'll see what I mean when we start releasing those episodes. And then I'm going to have to really put some thought into where I'm going to investigate next. I'm going to put out way more cemetery videos over the last chunk of this year as we go through November and December. And then hopefully, beginning of next year, I can get out and do an investigation. There's actually a couple places I want to go to that are not terribly far away from me, that aren't going to cost any money because they're outdoor locations. That I want to do quick little investigations of. Those would be like one episode, quick little things. I just have to find the time to head out there, which one of them could be very soon. And then after that, there is a location I really want to go to. It's a few hours away, so I'd have to do a little bit of planning because I don't have any vacation time for work, so I have to kind of plan it on my days off, which are during the week, which kind of limits my ability to travel very far because I only get 2 days. And if a location's too far away, then doesn't really give me a chance to get there, do a good investigation, and then head back before I have to be at work again. Uh, let's see. Jason says, I love the full investigation where there's no editing and full on evidence. Also, the Cemetery Road episodes I really enjoy. Well, thank you, sir. I enjoy doing them. Kipper says, we still haven't seen the Jason and Ron Giggle Fest yet. Yep, that is going to be in the final episode. Me and Ron go off on our own to investigate the top floor of Waverly Hills. Miss General says, love the cemetery episodes. My ideal Sunday walk is through a cemetery because I'm strange like that. We all are. We're all tapophiles here, so don't be embarrassed to wander through the stones. I do that all the time. But that's it. That's all I got. Anyway, thanks for joining. Bye. I'm not going to leave you with an 8-minute live stream. Don't worry. But if you guys have any questions about the investigations that we've been doing, the cemeteries that I've gone to, what's coming up, if you want to talk about fast food and movies and all that kind of stuff, I'm all down for that too. I basically just wanted to hang out with you guys for maybe about an hour or so. And I wanted to keep it UK friendly time period. So that we could get some folks who are just like, man, I'm always Team Rewatch. And listen, there's nothing bad about being on Team Rewatch, but I do understand, like, hey, sometimes I'd like to be a part of the discussion. Now here's your chance. Be a part of the discussion. Usually, I would have people here hanging out with me. I would have Cassie and Ron. I would have Crow of Judas here, Doof Doof Paranormal, somebody to hang out with. But I randomly decided to do this. Everybody's busy. I reached out to Crow, haven't heard back. Reached out to the Weeping Willow team, and they are celebrating Canadian Thanksgiving. So, well, can't blame them for that. Family. Want to hang out with family? I can't do a live stream. Whatever. Excuses. Let's see. Jason says, I'll send you a DM of the cemeteries where they have the Titanic burial spots and the restaurant where they used to be the place where they stored the bodies. I have researched those locations. I do want to head up that way, that part of the world, to hang out and check those places out, that would be awesome. Unfortunately, my ability to travel has decreased with the new job because I don't have the time and the freedom to just head out as much as I used to. But I definitely want to head back up to Canada, obviously because Ron and Cassie are there. I want to travel some more up in that area, the east coast of America, and up into Quebec, Canada. All those areas are definitely places I have not uh, been to enough. I love it up there. Let's see. Mike B says, Jason, are there any cemeteries local to you that you haven't looked at yet? And is there a new calendar coming soon? Good questions. Yes, there's a bajillion cemeteries around where I live that I haven't gone to yet, that I haven't checked out. A couple I've gone to and wandered around, but I have not done like an episode on them yet. I plan to soon because that's easy for me on a day off or during an afternoon to go and drive an hour or so out and about, check out some cemeteries, shoot some footage. That I'm not too worried about. But some of the other bigger, larger locations, like when I would visit Cincinnati or Cleveland, St. Louis, those kind of places, I do want to get to New Orleans at some point. uh, those kind of areas are just kind of I don't have the time to hit, and I would like to, because we're closing in on 100 episodes. 100 episodes of cemeteries is coming soon, guys. I think we're less than 20. I want to say maybe closer to 10 episodes away from the big 100. I don't know what I'm going to do for episode 100. It may just be Cave Hill because Cave Hill is going to be at least a two-parter. Cave Hill's the cemetery from Louisville. Uh, Favorite cemetery you've been to and one you'd want to go to? Well, obviously, Miss General, uh, New Orleans. Absolutely, New Orleans. Anywhere in Louisiana in that general area, those cemeteries have always been fascinating to me, and I cannot wait to go down there and check those out. And the favorite one I've gone to so far is it may be Cave Hill. Um, Bellefontaine Cemetery is up there. A bunch of the smaller ones, though, some of the smaller ones that I would have to go back and look at my episodes to pick out the very specific ones, but the ones that I like had to go hunt around in the snow and dig around through trees to find these little family plots that have basically been forgotten. Those are some of my favorite ones. Let's see. Miss General says, I still want to go to Highgate Cemetery in London, waiting for Jason and Cassie to come over. That would be awesome. Me, Cassie, and Ron would love to pop over to London and hang out, do a couple of investigations, hang out in some cemeteries. That would be awesome. And if we had all found the time and money to do that, we absolutely would. Me and Ron and Cassie have actually been talking a lot about our next trip. Like we want to do another big trip together. It'll be something I think local, as in locals and staying in the United States. But we've talked about doing something somewhere else, like an England or a Europe, because we love traveling together. It's just a matter of saving money, getting childcare, all that kind of stuff. So if we stay in the States, it's slightly easier. At least we could at least meet halfway between, and which we figured out that basically the halfway mark is Louisville. And all of us would be down to go back to Louisville because we barely scratched the surface of Louisville and the stuff that area offers. So we'd be totally down for doing that. But London would be amazing. Mike B says a 2-hour episode for the 100th, the live chat. Yeah, we could. The 100th episode of the Cemetery Road videos, the actual cemetery videos, isn't going to be like a live chat, live stream type thing, but we will definitely right after it. I would say like immediately after it, party, just a big party. We'll get Crow and we'll get Cassie and Ron and we'll get Doof and we'll get couple other people in here to hang out and party hardy with us because it has been a journey, guys. a long journey. Let's see. Miss General says UK tour. Let's start a GoFundMe. I'll put you up and feed you. Nice. Bring the kiddos. Then it would be stupid expensive. Do you know how many kids they have? My kids can stay home. They're good. Actually, one of my kids, my oldest son, was just in London. He did like a 2 week London up into Scotland tour. Let's see. Kibber says next time you're heading up to Canada, instead of taking the 65 through Louisville and Ohio, take the scenic route, Freeway 69 through Hopkinsville, up through Evansville, and on through Indiana. I will do that. I do love me a road trip. The scenic routes are always the best ones. Kibber says we have an old, huge cemetery without gates, with mausoleums and standing tombstones. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That's my kind of place. Here's a question for you guys. What are y'all doing for Halloween this year? Not just for Halloween, but for October. Are there any events you guys are going to? Um, Parties, Oktoberfest things, like, is there any big things you guys are doing to kind of celebrate the spooky season? I know there's a few things on my plate that are coming up, and as long as I can stay motivated to like work all day and then go out with friends and stuff afterwards, I should have a few things happening over the next couple weeks that look pretty fun. Entity 7 Paranormal, Joe Vital is in the house. Don and I will, I always forget to, Don and I will be at Ashmore Estates on October 31st. Well, that's cool. I would love to do like a investigation on Halloween night, but I think that is something that's going to have to happen when all my kids are grown up. It's not going to happen anytime soon, because I love going trick or treating with my kids, and my 10-year-old loves going out trick or treating with me. So I'm kind of booked every Halloween night. Shoop. Me, Black Cat, and her husband are going to the Wolf Creek Inn. That's in Wolf Creek, Oregon, for an investigation. Nice, Mike. See, everybody's investigating Halloween night. Do it. I'll be looking for king size candy bars. Listen, and I'm saying, candy bars great. I love me a Snickers bar. Big old Snickers bar, fine, perfect. Peanut butter cups all day long, and my kids know that any any peanut butter cup that enters their trick or treating bag is more than likely is mine. I'm going to take it. Miss General says, it's my baby niece's first Halloween, so we're going to dress her up in as many outfits as possible, and also waiting to see which one of you guys are going live. It will not be me, most likely, because I have to work the next day. And unfortunately, I work at like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning sometimes. Uh, so I have to be in bed by like 9 p.m., like hardcore. Like, if I need to be eyes closed, snoozing, so that I can make it through the morning. Uh, but I'm sure somebody else will. Absolutely. Maisie Rose is in the house. Sorry I'm late. Having trouble with my internet connection. I understand, you're not late at all. We've only been going for like 19 minutes. It's totally cool. Nothing special here for the month, just lots of lives and horror movies. Absolutely, Kevin. I am trying to find time to watch some movies. I watched, not really a horror movie, but I watched Meg 2 with the kids. Giant shark movie. What else did I watch? I watched something kind of spooky. Oh, The Menu, which isn't like a horror movie, but it's more like a thriller, weird movie. It was good. Don't get me wrong, really good. Ray Fiennes does an amazing job in that movie. He's great. It's just weird. It's a weird movie, but I enjoyed it. But there are a bunch of horror movies that I have bookmarked that I want to check out. Let's see here. Joe says he's going to be live more on October 31st, so be sure to watch for him. Maisie says hi. Halloween is new in Sweden, so I only have it as a normal day. I think it is 5 years. Yeah, when I lived in Germany, like, Halloween wasn't, like, a huge thing either. It had just started becoming kinda more popular, but they weren't doing really trick or treating or anything. They were more like, "Hey, if you can dress up in costumes, we will have Halloween parties at the pubs and the clubs," and that kinda thing. But it wasn't like a mass thing where you went out and did trick or treating and stuff. Uh, so I understand that. Mike O says, "Hey, Jason." Hey, Mike O. Miss Journal says, "I need to come to America for Halloween. Y'all do it the best." If you did, I would research towns that like do up Halloween. Like you want to go to like Salem or Salem, Washington, Salem, Massachusetts. You want to do? There's actually a town not too far away from here that I guess does Halloween big time. Eureka Springs in Oklahoma, in Arkansas, Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Uh, any of the big cities probably do it really well, but I'm more of like a if you've ever watched Halloween, small town kind of feel. Like I'm more of that kind of feel rather than like big parties in a big city kind of thing. Tanya's here, looking good, Jason. Well, thank you. All I did was put a hat on because my hair is a mess. Uh, Joe says, I don't know if it still is or not, but Michigan is a big Halloween place. Miss General says Salem is on the bucket list. Absolutely. I've been to Salem a couple times. It's great. It's pretty touristy. Like there's a touristy section, which is fun and everything. Probably want to go during like a weekday to kind of avoid the massive crowds, but it's really interesting and fun. They've got great cemeteries there, like literally right in the center of this little part of the town. But the surrounding area is great as well. You're not too far away from Boston. It's lovely out there. The countryside is great. It's fun. I absolutely recommend it. Mike O says he's going to Salem, Massachusetts next year. Absolutely. What else? Oh, sorry, Tanya. Mm-mm. If you're not from the UK, you got to go. Everybody who's here from America, you got to check out now. It's fine. You're good. We are all good here. I just wanted to make a live stream that was just a little bit more UK friendly because I know our folks in the UK and our folks over in Australia, New Zealand, generally when we're going live, it's just not a great time. Most of the time you get lost from Oz being like, I'm at work. It's lunchtime. So hopefully I will do a Aussie, New Zealand friendly live stream here soon. Unfortunately, that's usually when I'm at work, so it'll have to be like midweek type thing, and it'll be like the morning for me. So I'll have like a cup of coffee, some bacon and eggs. I don't know. What do y'all eat for breakfast? That's a good question. We talk about uh, food here a lot. It usually is fast food related because I think we can all relate to being out on the road, eating some fast food, being lazy in general. What y'all eat for breakfast? I generally don't get breakfast because I wake up so early and then I'm working and stuff. So the first time I get to eat is it's almost lunchtime. But I do love me a breakfast sandwich. I love me some bacon and eggs. Um, I'm more of a waffle guy than a pancake guy, but I appreciate both of those two things. Uh, but if we're gonna like do the battle of either bacon or sausage, sorry, Ron, I'm more of a breakfast sausage guy. Bacon's great, but for me, bacon is universal. Like bacon on cheeseburgers, bacon on pizzas. Like bacon is not solitarily a breakfast food for me. Whereas sausage, generally, I keep it pretty much breakfast only. And I mean like breakfast sausage. I'm not talking like bratwurst and hot dogs, all that kind of stuff. Like that's all great for me. Let's see. Tanya says during the week cereal. In the weekend, I have bacon, sausages, and eggs. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. quick stuff for the week, and then on the weekend you treat yourself. Ken says coffee. Absolutely coffee. And Joe says I don't eat breakfast. Bread with sprinkles and a cup of tea. That works too. I eat dinner in the morning. I'm strange. Not a problem there. Breakfast for dinner is actually one of the best things ever invented. Maisie says porridge with honey if I have time. Could I be more Scottish? I don't. Probably not. That sounds pretty Scottish. Full English breakfast: bacon, eggs, mushrooms, fried bread, baked beans, sausage, black pudding. There you go. My son, who just went to London, him and his uncle, they were on the trip together. Had a great time when they came back. They're like, one of the things we need to adopt over here is baked beans for breakfast because they absolutely love the breakfast over there. Peppered bacon is delicious. Absolutely, Maiko. Always peppered bacon. I will get peppered bacon and then I will add more pepper on there. Now I'm getting hungry. Tanya, thank you for the super chat. Always happy to catch you live, Jason. I'm always happy to see you in my chat. And I know it's not possible all the time because of the time difference, but I appreciate it. And I appreciate the little donation to keep this channel going. Gas is expensive, locations are expensive. And I think that's one of the things that I was hesitant when I was like, do I do paranormal investigation on this channel? Because I know people like when I do that. But paranormal investigation is expensive. And I knew that would mean I would not be able to do it all the time. So any time of help from you guys is greatly appreciated and does go towards all of that travel expenses and all that kind of stuff. Kibber says, I'd rather have baked beans than grits. Absolutely. Grits are fine, but I've never sat down and been like, man, I could go for some grits right now. I'll eat grits if that's what is there. Like if I'm at a place and they have grits, sure, I'll eat those. I'm not going to ask for them though. I'm not going to go out and make them. Yeesh. Let's see what else. Mike O though says shrimp with cheese and grits. That is not a combination I've ever heard of. But you do you, sir. Tonight we're drinking Peach Pageant, a local brew. Just in case anybody was wondering. I'm getting a little parched. Usually I don't have to talk all this much. You know what I mean? Because I usually have people here. But I ain't got no people here because my friends are Canadian and they're doing what you talking about? Canadian Thanksgiving. Tarnia, thank you for throwing out the links. If you want to help Jason with new locations or equipment, throwing down the PayPal, which is always nice. You can also become a subscriber to this channel. That helps too. Super chats, always good. You guys are awesome. I know I have some merch out there. I've been thinking about some new merch. I got some ideas for some t-shirts. I might work on those tomorrow, depending on how early I get off of work. What are grits? Because it sounds like something you put on the roads here. Grits is like it's corn, right? I think. I don't know. Let's look it up, guys. Shall we? Like literally just be like, what are grits? Grits are a type of porridge made from boiled cornmeal. Hominy grits are a type of grits made from hominy, maize, that has been treated with an alkali in a process called nixtamalization, with the pericarp removed. Grits are cooked in warm salted water or milk and considered a soup. And I don't know if you know what cream of wheat is, but you can't see that. I got to bring my screen way down. You know, it looks like that. It's pretty plain looking. People throw butter on it. People add sugar and honey and stuff. Miss General says, I still want PJs, Jason. I'll work on that. Michael throwing down a super chat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Your channel is awesome. It is pretty awesome. I didn't know if you guys, if anybody was going to be interested in this channel when I first thought of it. I'm like, I'm going to cemeteries anyway. I do like editing. I do like shooting stuff, filming, all of that kind of stuff. And would anybody be interested in going on these little cemetery adventures with me? And apparently, at least what 3,000 people do. They at least like watching some of the videos. I have a lot of subscribers. Not a big amount of people watching the videos, but the amount of people watching the videos from when they're released for like the first week has been consistent for like 2 years, guys. It's awesome. Uh, I absolutely appreciate the support everybody gives this channel and the kind words in the comments section, the hanging out in the live streams. It's pretty awesome to have built such a cool community here between us, between all of the other channels that we're friends with. Um, it's always a something that kind of brings some much needed warmth to the heart when you're kind of feeling down, all that kind of stuff. Kibber says they are disgusting and taste like a greasy bowl of yuck in relation to grits. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but again, I don't care. I don't care about grits. Kevin says, unfortunately, I didn't know you had this channel until a week ago, so I've only watched season 1 so far. Well, I am excited that you have discovered this channel and that you're watching the videos. Take your time, man. Don't worry. It's not a race. You're good. And I appreciate you popping in on the live stream. I appreciate it. Season 1 is really good. It is. But I got really cool locations moving forward. I don't even know what season we're on, to be honest. I think I stopped at like season 7, and I haven't looked to see where we're at, because usually it was about 10 to 13 episodes, and then I'd make a new season kind of thing just to keep it in chunks. But I haven't done that in a while, so I'm not 100% sure if I've blown past that or not. It's been hard to pay attention because we've been doing the investigation series and all that kind of thing. But I guess I could look. Let's see. YouTube. I'll go to my not my channel. I need to go to my YouTube studio because that's where all my information is. And I'll go down to my content. We'll see where we're at here in our playlists. Season 7 has 11 episodes. So I think I'm nearing the point when I have to get a new season started. That is not what I wanted. Season 7. Here we go. But sometimes I also forget to add things to the playlist. Like this one's missing a few episodes. Let's see, 80, 81, 82 is not on here. 83 is, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90's missing. So maybe I'll keep season 7 going until episode 100, and then we'll start season 8. I think that'll be the plan. I'll have to go back in there and kind of clean that stuff up, because sometimes I forget to click on the thing when I'm uploading the videos to be like add to playlist kind of thing. So that kind of bookkeeping, check this box and the other box and all that kind of stuff, sometimes it escapes me. How are you? Mike B, I know you asked about the calendar earlier, which is, it's right here, and it's on the wrong month. I do plan on making another calendar. I honestly, I've picked out a ton of photos. I have to go through those photos and whittle those down. I've got like 59 photos that I've picked. Now I need to go through that 59 photos and narrow it down to the 13 photos I want to use, because I like having the cover not one of the photos inside the calendar. So I need 13 photos, and then I have to go through and I have to re-edit all those photos, and then I have to like go through and design the calendar and get it printed and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully soon I will have something. Tanya says, Jason, are you doing any more ghost busting duties? In terms of doing stuff for the Ghostbuster groups that I hang out with, we're not talking paranormal investigation stuff. We're talking like literally dressing up like a Ghostbuster and doing charity events. I have not in a while because I got a new job like 6 months ago. Does not give me any time to do any of that stuff right now. I work over the weekends. I worked all day today. Uh, as I said, I got to go to bed by 9 p.m. A lot of my ghost busting friends they live a couple hours away. So to participate in their events, which I would love to, I just don't have the time to drive up, do the event, and then drive the couple hours back home before I have to be asleep. Because if I don't get my sleep, guys, I am useless in the morning. It is so difficult for me to get going. I'm hoping to do more soon. It's just trying to find that time and to participate in the events that I would be able to without jeopardizing my sleep and my sanity. But I would love to. I would love to. Proton packs sitting right over there, jumpsuits in the closet behind me. I'm ready for it. Maisie says, I've fallen behind on your videos and a few other channels. Poop just keeps happening, and there's not enough hours in the week. Live streams are the only regular thing I manage to do. Totally understand that as well. Like, listen, life is the thing we have to deal with the most. Everything on YouTube, the stuff we're doing, the stuff we're presenting to you guys, it's just meant to be an escape from that life stuff. And sometimes life doesn't allow for those escapes. So do not feel bad if you're behind on episodes on stuff. The episodes live online forever and ever unless we randomly take them down. So you got time, you got plenty of time. And maybe you find yourself on an afternoon, there's a storm brewing outside, it's nice and cozy inside, you got a blanket, you got the TV on hooked up to the YouTubes, and then you can just start binge watching that stuff. Cook a pizza or get some popcorn, that kind of stuff. I generally do that. There's a few channels that I watch that I absolutely love that I have not watched in months and months and months, to the point where I was like, are they even still making videos? Go through my subscriptions and I'm like, oh, holy crap, I've got like 20 episodes that I haven't watched. When I have days like this, when I don't feel the need to jump on a live stream and hang out with you guys, which I'm all about hanging out with you guys, so don't even worry about it. I will binge watch those episodes. I'll just throw it on, grab a snack, and just let it run. I don't mind letting episodes build up for a few months so that I can just like one right after the other. Kibber says Ghostbusters for Christmas. Absolutely, Ghostbusters for Christmas. One of the groups that I hang out with actually does a toy drive for most of the year. Now, toy drive collects toys for children in need, children who maybe don't have a home or dealing with a financial burden. Their family just doesn't have money to buy Christmas presents. So they do a toy drive all year long. And they collect all these toys. They actually have an ectomobile, like a straight up screen accurate Ecto one, and they go to these events and they do fill the Ecto drives where people bring toys and they just fill the back of the Ectomobile. And then at the end of the year, as we come up towards Christmas, they take them to this business, this charity that wraps the presents and distributes them, and they hand them off to them. It's pretty stinking awesome. And then also I've done a big Christmas parade with those set of Ghostbusters, where we walked in the Tulsa Christmas parade with everybody else. It was pretty stinking awesome. So yeah, Ghostbusting isn't just for October. Ghostbusting is year round. Tanya says, any new toys on your shelf? Oh, it is awesome. Any new toys on your shelf? I don't think so. Uh, no, I haven't. I haven't gone anywhere or bought anything in a while, so I don't have any new toys on my shelf. I don't have any new toys. Period. Oh no, I take that back. I do have a new thing on my shelf. Uh, where'd it go? Ah, got it right here. Got it right here. So when I went to Roswell, this is the newest thing. I don't even know if I showed you guys. I might have shown you guys on the live stream. When I went to Roswell, I picked up a limited edition exclusive the Roswell Crash Lego set. And it's got like a little black helicopter, some black army vehicles coming up on the downed saucer, which you can take out. But yeah, it's just crashed there. But look, isn't that cool? It's pretty sick. I like it. Um, I got this because it's awesome. I love the sky. The sky gradient is awesome. But it's exclusive to this place I went to. I got the thing here, Bricktown, which is like this uh, place in downtown Roswell, kind of a touristy place that has these big setups of these like Lego towns and Lego pirate battles and uh, the North Pole and a carnival, and you get to look, and they're all powered. They got lights on them. It's really cool. But they have this exclusive thing that basically they got a Lego artist to design, and then they sourced all the pieces needed for the design, and then they boxed it up, and you're good to go. And so I had to have it, so I bought it, and there it is. So it's awesome. That's what I've gotten recently. Maisie says that's fantastic. What a great charitable contribution. Yeah, the Ghostbusters and the Ghostbusters I hang out with are the Oklahoma City Ghostbusters, OKC Ghostbusters. They do accept donations of toys, obviously, at these events. But I think there's a link on their Facebook page or something where you can donate financially if you're like, hey, I'm nowhere near Oklahoma City, but that sounds great. Here's $20. I think you can donate through there, but I don't have the link or anything. As we get closer to Christmas time, maybe in the month of November, I'll try and get a link from them, and then I'll post it. So if anybody wants to contribute to that, uh, that would be great and awesome. They basically same thing. Any absolutely any money that is donated to that cause goes directly towards the charity. They don't keep any of it. They don't like, oh well, we took some out for gas and we took some out for new proton packs. Every dollar, every cent goes to the charity so that the charity can buy more toys so that they can give out even more stuff. They're pretty awesome. Tanya says, anything you want to buy for your shelf? I don't know. I just my shelf is random. I just find and get random stuff for the shelf. So I don't have like specific ideas of things. Just kind of whatever floats my boat, whatever catches my eye in the moment. Let's see. We are coming up on 45 minutes of this live stream. Didn't want to do a super long live stream, and it's hard to do a super long live stream when you're all by yourself. Um, but we'll give it another 15 or so minutes, and then I'll let you go. And then I'll probably go watch a movie or something. Not really going to go back to the paranormal investigation show I was watching on Netflix. I think my time is better spent watching something more interesting. So I'll let you know what I watch later. Yeah, there you go, Tanya. Oklahoma City Ghostbusters. Boom. That should be them. Good group of guys and ladies who do a lot for their community, and they do stuff all the stinking time. I wish they were closer to me. I'm in the Tulsa area, so 2 hours away is Oklahoma City, and again, like it's a lot to attend their events. I attended one in about a year, um, but I would love to because they're a good group of folks. I still talk to them here and there, and actually, there's a few bits and bobs of my costume, my uniform, if you will, that were built by one of the OKC Ghostbusters. Um, it's the belt gadget or gizmo, belt gizmo. I'll show it to you real quick. Um, so being a movie and not real at all, Ghostbusters on their uniform and stuff, they have to have cool things and gadgets and gizmos aplenty. The proton pack being the most visible. I would say the PKE meter and the ghost trap being the next two. But also on their belt, they have a bunch of random crap. And one of those is it's a little dusty, is the belt gizmo, which if you're not paying attention to it, you probably had never noticed it, but it's a thing that sits on their belt, and it's got like a cord on it, and it lights up. Mine lights up. If I can reach the little switch, lights up. This lights up too. So it just clips to my belt and it lights up. That's it. That's all it does. I mean, it's just a cool prop thing. What does it do? No clue. The official name for this is like literally the belt gizmo. It's just a thing to add a little bit more visual interest to the costume of a Ghostbuster. One of the OKC Ghostbusters, he builds these. He's got an Etsy store. He built this one for me, and it's awesome. It's really cool. And look at that. It's so cool. Um, but yeah, fun stuff. He built that. He sells them. Tony says, I love when you get excited about your toys. I'm always excited about my toys. Do I have any Slimer toys? I don't. I don't have any Slimer toys. But I do have this. So I had this toy as a kid, and they just recently like re-released all the Ghostbuster toys from when I was a kid. And I saw this one. I was like, I remember that toy. I need to have it. Because what it doesn't want? A haunted toilet. It's literally a toilet, guys, that's haunted. Like the mouth closes, the tank closes, so it looks like a blue toilet, but then it's got wheels on the bottom and you can roll it, and as you roll it, the lid chomps and the little tongue sticks out and the eyeballs come up. Fearsome flush. What child doesn't want a haunted toilet? So I have it. So yeah, see, look. Nom 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 nom. So dumb. But I love it. So I got it. Antoine is in the house. How yes, sir. Kevin says you should do Cottonwood Mansion with Weeping Willow and let me tag along. I would totally love to do that if I could find the time and the money to do that kind of thing. Yeah, Crow needs a haunted toilet. Absolutely. Crow haunts his own toilet. That's what I'm saying. Let's see. I used to have the Ecto 1 car long ago. Yeah, me too. I have the re-release of it because again they re-released all those toys, so I have it. It's in the box. It's like over there. I get it, but it's got other ones stacked on top of it. Mr. General said he wants one. Absolutely. Who doesn't? Come on. I have lots of Ecto ones. Lots. I mean, I have a whole shelf of Ecto ones right here. Can't really see it. I didn't have the lights on, guys, because it's still daytime. But yeah, look, Ecto ones right there. Whole bunch of them. Yeah, I got stuff. I got stuff back there. What else? What else do I have? I think that's about it. That's all the the fun stuff I've gotten recently. Any plans for future trips? Not really. Just because I don't have the time. I don't have or the money. I don't have time or money. That's welcome to being an adult. Um, there is a location I want to investigate that is not too terribly far away from here. And by not too terribly far away, I mean it's about 3.5 hours away. So, in theory, if I left directly after work the day before my days off and I drove that 3.5 hours, then I could do the investigation that night and then spend my first day off coming home, which would allow me to have another day, my second day off, to relax and do all that kind of stuff. Um, that's more likely kind of a thing I would do. Um, and then also, like, I could leave after work, make the drive, be there for the investigation, stay the night, and then the next day kind of make my way towards home, stopping at cemeteries and antique stores and doing stuff that I enjoy on the way home. But that would require me to have a little bit more money for sightseeing and all that kind of stuff. But nearby there is a nice brewery, so you never know. Uh, let's see. Kimber says girls who have to sit down on toilets to use them all the time wouldn't want haunted toilets. Guys would find it fun and something to aim for. True. Nothing but truth bombs there. Uh, Maisie says, Jason, hope this isn't controversial, but what do you think about the last Ghostbusters movie? I think the last Ghostbusters movie was generally well perceived. Um, I really, really enjoyed it. I haven't watched it in a little while, but it's great. It's a great continuation of the original movies. But I'm also that guy who really likes the movie featuring the all female cast. I think the hate that movie gets is just because people, after such a long wait time, wanted more of the same, wanted basically the original movie or movies again. And when they didn't get that and they got something a little different, they got annoyed. But there's a lot of aspects of that movie that I really stink and enjoy, and the cast was phenomenal. But this latest movie that's going to have another sequel to it coming out next year, I believe. Super excited for that. I really enjoyed it. Miss General says, so Jason goes to bed at 9 p.m. I go to bed at 10 p.m. UK time. So good night, all. Uh, Jason, was awesome to catch up with you and join in on the chat. Thank you, Miss General, and hope to see you again soon. I will try and do these kind of UK friendly live streams more often. But I appreciate you hanging out. You were awesome in the chat. Have a good rest, and we'll see you later. Let's see. Maiko says there's a haunted bathroom in Sedona, Arizona. I don't doubt it. Do not doubt it. Tarny says Ghostbusters Afterlife was great. Loved it. Definitely watch it, Mike B. Absolutely. Definitely watch it. Let's see. I think we're going to probably run for another 7-8 minutes. We'll keep this to an hour. Why not? And then, like I said, I'll try and do more kind of time-friendly live streams for both the UK people and the Aussies and New Zealanders, because this time, like doing this now, is kind of more convenient for me sometimes than trying to stay up late and do it at like 9 o'clock on a Tuesday when it's my day off and I'm exhausted and my body says, "Hey, it's past your bedtime." Antoine says, Jason, since you've already covered the alien topics on your previous live stream, what's your opinions about crop circles and livestock mutilations? I don't know. I think there's a lot of fake stuff out there in terms of paranormal investigation, in terms of crop circles and alien abductions and livestock mutilation stuff. There is a lot of fake out there. There's a lot of people who are like, man, I want to fake this thing. And they'll tell people like, oh man, look at this crop circle that was totally aliens. But I know me and my buddies made it last night while we were, down in 7 cases of Bud Light. The problem comes is when there's so much fakery out there, how it's really hard to believe in those things. You kind of have to go back to the OGs, the original ghost sightings, the original um, crop circle discoveries and alien crashes and all that kind of stuff, and really kind of investigate those things and decide for yourself from there. Because I think we've gotten to the point where anybody can say anything, and you're going to have people believing or not believing, and it's hard to weed out what is the truth in all of that stuff. That's pretty much why I just kind of prefer to just experience it for myself and um, not kind of rely on other people's experiences for my beliefs. Yeah, Mike. People dressing up like Sasquatch, people doing things like that for their 15 minutes of fame, for their quick viral TikTok video, all that kind of stuff. Um, and I know that's weird coming from a guy who's like, I'm doing paranormal investigation, guys. I'm just going out to see what I can find. I don't know if it's real. I don't know what I'm looking for. Like I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna have an experience and I'm gonna see something cool. I'm gonna do something cool. And if from that comes evidence of something, that's a bonus. But I'm in it for the adventure. I'm in it for the fun of it all. And I love being able to take you guys on those adventures. Um, that's all I'm doing, and I'm glad you guys seem to enjoy that because I enjoy doing it. Uh, let's wrap this up. Couple like quick questions, and then we'll kind of close it out. Has Paul asked to go on another investigation? Nope, he is not. Not because he doesn't want to, but because he's been busy. He's got work and he's got a girlfriend and he's got his trip that he went on, and he's more interested in anime and video games than ghost hunting. I'm sure if I asked him, if I was like, "Hey, man, I'm going on this investigation not too far away. You want to come with me for a night?" Um, he would more than likely say, "Sure," if he didn't already have plans. Uh, but he hasn't specifically like requested to go. The one investigation that I want to go on that's like 3 hours away. I would. I'm probably going by myself with that. But I may ask him if he wants to go. You never know. I'm always down for it. Me and Paul have a good time. Uh, but I think that's going to wrap this thing up. Remember, we have at least one more Waverly Hill episode between me and Weeping Willow Paranormal. Don't forget to pop over to Doof Doof Paranormal because she's got history of Waverly Hill stuff, and I know she's doing uh, the Bobby Mackey stuff here shortly. So be on the lookout for that. And then more cemetery videos coming soon. I should be putting out a cemetery episode this week. And then I need to do my Halloween movie reviews before October's over. But I'm working on that. That one's proving to be a little bit more difficult than. Here's the thing, like it's way easier to do live streams than like produce videos. So what may happen is just like Jason talks about the Halloween series live stream. Just one and done go. Grab a couple of beers and maybe throw Crow up here to chit chat with and just kind of go through the whole thing right then and there would probably be the easiest thing. Um, let's see. Good nights, 11 p.m. now in Sweden. Thanks for the great stream. It's fun to see. And when I'm Team Rewatch normally. Good to see you too. And thanks for being Team Rewatch. Again, hopefully we'll do more of these time-friendly live streams in the future. So thanks for popping in. Maisie says, this was great fun. Thanks for doing this. No problem. I had fun too. I'm home alone. Just wanted to hang out with some friends. Glad you guys were here. I appreciate you all. Antoine says, when it comes to anything about aliens, mutilations, weirds the hell out of me the most. Decades of the mysterious events happen to these livestock, and we still haven't found who or what did it. Yeah, like chupacabras. like aliens, chupacabras, things that are eating things in the night. Like it's creepy. Skinwalkers, cryptids, all that kind of stuff. I would be down for a Bigfoot hunt. Just saying. Welsh lady says, thanks, Jason. Well, thanks to all of you guys. Thanks to all of you. Tanya says, very happy to catch this. I'm glad you guys had fun. I had fun. This is exactly what I needed to kind of wind down my day. Now I think I'm going to go watch a spooky movie, maybe have some dinner. I hope you guys are all well. I hope you guys are having a good weekend, whatever you're doing. And just keep an eye on the channel. We will be doing some more fun stuff soon. I think I got a cemetery episode this week, and I think Cassie's got her. She'll probably do a live stream. I don't know. We're just kind of random at this point. We just do what we feel in the moment. But thanks, everybody. And remember, when you're out there hanging out, investigating ghosts, watching live streams, walking amongst the stones, as always, remember to be safe, be respectful, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks, everybody.